It's the summer of 1971, and one of the world's most significant diplomatic upheavals is scripted by Pakistan, and it reads like a James Bond screenplay. Dr. Henry Kissinger, the powerful US National Security Advisor, arrived in Islamabad on July 8th. To the global press, he was on a routine Asian tour. The real mission was codenamed Operation Polo. To throw off the international media, the Pakistani government announced that Kissinger had fallen ill with stomach trouble and needed rest at Natya Gali hill station. While the world thought he was recovering in the chilly Himalayas mountains, at 3:30 a.m. on July 9th, a man in disguise, black suit, hat, and glasses boarded Pakistan International Airlines Boeing 707 at Chaklala Air Base. Escorted to the aircraft by Foreign Secretary Sultan Muhammad Khan, Kissinger flew to Beijing for 2 days of intense discussions with Premier Zhou Enlai. This secret trip, orchestrated by Pakistan President Yahya Khan, broke decades of isolation between the US and the People's Republic of China and paved the way for President Nixon's groundbreaking 1972 visit to China. Now, if this feels familiar, it's because Pakistan is still bridging the capitals that could not speak to each other. Let's go back to 1971. This was not the spur of the moment. It was the culmination of nearly 2 years of quiet diplomacy. President Nixon had arrived in Lahore in August 1969 with a request he could not put in writing. He wanted a back channel to Mao Zedong. The Romanians had tried. The Polish channel in Warsaw had stalled. And now he wanted Yahya Khan to carry a message to Beijing. Yahya did more than carry it. He became the conduit between the two powerful countries on the earth that were not on speaking terms. For nearly 2 years, handwritten messages moved between Washington and Beijing through Pakistani hands. No cables, no State Department, no red phone. What was being built was not a friendship between two countries. It was a new alignment in the Cold War, and Pakistan was the architect. While the secret talks were taking place, a diplomatic battle was raging in New York. On January 4th, 1950, Pakistan had become one of the first non-communist countries in the world and the first Muslim country to recognize the People's Republic of China.
Pakistan was the first Muslim country to recognize the People's Republic of China.
Formal diplomatic relations followed in May 21, 1951. Exactly 75 years ago. From the beginning, Pakistan supported Beijing's right to the UN seat. On October 25, 1971, the UN General Assembly debated the restoration of the PRC's lawful rights under Resolution 2758, which was co-sponsored by Pakistan. And when the resolution passed with an overwhelming majority, it recognized the PRC as the only legitimate representative of China. The door to the international system had finally opened, and the door had a Pakistani key. Since then, this relationship has transcended from the corridors of diplomacy to every possible sphere of statecraft. If diplomacy is the soul of the relationship, the Karakoram Highway is the spine.
Karakoram Highway, carved through rock and ice, became one of China's earliest and boldest infrastructure projects with a foreign partner.
This 1,300 kilometers engineering marvel was not built with money and sweat alone. It was built with blood as well. In the 1960s, critics said rode through the world's highest mountain ranges, the Karakoram, the Himalaya, and the Hindu Kush, was a fantasy. Hundreds of Pakistani workers and over 100 Chinese engineers and soldiers lost their lives during this construction. Today, the Chinese cemetery in Gilgit, tended by the local community, stands as a permanent testament to the shared sacrifice. By 1979, the Friendship Highway was complete, physically tethering Islamabad and Beijing through the Khunjerab Pass. It remains the world's highest paved international road. While many nations buy their security from abroad, Pakistan and China decided to build it together. The symbol of that decision is the JF-17 Thunder, co-designed by the Pakistan Aeronautical Complex at Kamra and Chengdu Aircraft Industry Group in China. The JF-17 was born of necessity. After the 1998 nuclear tests, Pakistan needed a fighter it could produce at home, with a partner that would not freeze the supply line in a crisis. The first prototype flew in 2003. It entered service with the Pakistan Air Force in 2007. Today, the Block 3 variant carries an active electronically scanned array radar and beyond visual range weapons. More than 150 aircraft are in PAF service. The Thunder has been exported to Nigeria, Myanmar, and Azerbaijan, the only Pakistani-Chinese co-produced weapons platform ever sold to a third country. In May 2025, during the 4-day confrontation with India, the JF-17 flew alongside the J-10C. In what is considered the largest aerial engagement South Asia has seen in over half a century. The cooperation runs deeper than a single aircraft. The Hangor-class submarines now entering service with the Pakistan Navy were built in partnership with China State Shipbuilding Corporation. The VT-4 main battle tank rolls out of heavy industries Texila. Unlike many Western defense relationships, the Sino-Pak partnership has not come with political strings attached. In 2013, the relationship entered its most ambitious phase yet, the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor. As the flagship project of the Belt and Road Initiative, CPEC turned a strategic friendship into an economic one.
South Asia is where the land maritime Silk Roads meet. It is a focal area, an important cooperation partner for advancing the Belt and Road Initiative.
Some of the projects were completed in a record period of time. Now we are entering the second phase of CPEC.
In its first phase, CPEC eased Pakistan's electricity crisis through massive power projects and modernized the nation's logistics with thousands of kilometers of new motorways. But the crown jewel of CPEC remains Gwadar. A sleepy fishing town turned into a strategic deep-sea port, giving China a shorter route to the Arabian Sea, and Pakistan a new gateway to the world. Now, as we mark 75 years in 2026, the focus has shifted to industrialization, agriculture, and high-tech special economic zones. The cooperation has moved in recent years, beyond steel and asphalt and into silicon. Pakistan's space program, Supako, has flown its satellites on Chinese launch vehicles for over a decade. PRSS-1, the country's first optical remote sensing satellite, was built by the China Academy of Space Technology and launched from Jiuquan in 2018. In 2024, a Pakistani-built CubeSat iCube Qamar hitched a ride on China's Chang'e 6 lunar mission, making Pakistan one of a handful of countries with a footprint on the far side of the moon. And on the ground, Huawei has laid the spine of Pakistan's telecommunications network. From the fiber optic cable that runs alongside the Karakoram Highway to the safe city surveillance systems in Islamabad and Lahore, Chinese firms are now partners in Pakistan's 5G rollout, in its data center build-out, and in the digital payments architecture.
जदीद इनकलाबी दौर में जो 5G स्पेक्ट्रम के हवाले से जो एक बहुत शानदार इब्तिदा की गई है, मैं समझता हूँ कि वो पाकिस्तान के लिए एक संगे मील की हैसियत रखती है.
The friendship that once moved messages by handwritten notes is now moving them by satellite. 75 years of this friendship are often described in poetic slogans. Higher than the mountains, deeper than the oceans, sweeter than honey.
In Pakistan and China, we don't need to talk about friendship. We are all-weather friends. We shall remain all-weather friends. And we look forward to working with China in the 21st century.
But on one summer night in 1971, the friendship was something far more specific. It was a runway and a key and a ruse that changed the world. And everything since then, the highway through the mountain, the fighter jets engaged in the dogfight, the port on the sea, was built on the door that Pakistan opened that night. And 75 years later, that door is still open. The traffic is only getting heavier.